Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Veuwr Dhari Gopijana Vallabha Veuwr Dhari Yashoda Nandana Braja Janaranjana Yashoda Nandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Veuwr Dhari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Veuwr Dhari Yashoda Nandana Braja Janaranjana Yashoda Nandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Vishnupada Paramahansa Paribhajaka Acharya Ashtotara Shatashishimad Isi Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Vishnupada Paramahansa Paribhajaka Acharya Ashtotara Shatashishimad Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Thakur Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Prem Se Kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhaktivinoda Ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shamakunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai Vrindavan Dham ki, Mayapur Dham ki, Ganga Mai ki, Yamuna Mai ki, Tulsi Devi ki, Bhakti Devi ki, Samavita Bhaktavinda ki, Shri Jugadharma Harinam Sankirtan ki, Brihat Vidanga ki, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Jai Gaur Premanandi. All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Shri Guru, Shri Gauranga, Shri Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. It's a pleasure to be here and have this opportunity to address all of the saintly Vaishnavas. I hope that I can say something meaningful. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. A reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 6th canto, 3rd chapter, text number 24. Etavatalam maga nirharanaya pumsam Sankirtanam Bhagavato Guna Karmanam Nam Vikrusha Putram Bhagavan Yadajami Lopi Narayaneti Miyamana Iyaya Muktim Etavatalam Aganiharanaya Pumsam Sankirtanam Bhagavato Gunakarmanam Nam Vikrusha Putram Bhagavan Yadajami Lopi Narayaneti Miyamana Iyaya Muktim Avatalam Maganirhanaya Pumsam Bhagavato Gunakarmanam Nam Narayaneti Miyamana Iyaya Muktim Etavatalam Agniharanaya Pumsam Sankirtanam Bhagavato Gunakarmanam Nam Vikrusha Putram Bhagavan Yadavjin Malopi Narayaneti Miyamani Yaya Muktim Yavataram Aganiranaya Pumsam Kirtanam Bhagavato Gunakarmanam Nam Vikrushyaputram Bhagavan Yadajami Lopi Narayaneti Miyamani Yaya Muktim Vaishnavis Tavatalam Bhaniyanaya Pumsam Sankirtanam Bhagavato Gunakarmanam Nam Krushaputra Magavan Yarajamilopi Narayaneti Miyamaniyaya Muktim Itavatalam Aganiranaya Pumsam Sankirtanam Bhagavato Gunakarmanam Nam Krushaputra Magavan Yadajamilopi Narayaneti Miyamaniyaya Muktim Etavata. With this much. Alam. Sufficient. Aganiharanaya. For taking away the reactions of sinful activities. Umsam. Of human beings. Sankirtanam. The congregational chanting. Bhagavata. Of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Guna. Of the transcendental qualities. Karmanamnam. And of his names according to his activities and pastimes. Vikrusha. Crying to without offense. Putram. His son. Agavan. The sinful. Yat. Since. Ajamilapi. Even Ajamila. Narayana. The Lord's name Narayana. Iti. Thus. Miyamana. Dying. Iyaya. Achieved. Muktim. Liberation. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. Therefore, it should be understood that one is easily relieved from all sinful reactions by chanting the holy name of the Lord and chanting of His qualities and activities. This is the only process recommended for the relief from sinful reactions. If one chants the holy name of the Lord within proper pronunciation, he will achieve relief from material bondage if he chants without offense. Ajamil, for example, was extremely sinful, but while dying, he merely chanted the holy name. And although calling his son, he achieved complete liberation because he remembered the name of Narayan. Everyone could please repeat. Therefore, it should be understood that one is easily relieved from all sinful reactions by chanting the holy name of the Lord and chanting of His qualities and activities. This is the only process recommended for relief from sinful reactions. Even if one chants the holy name of the Lord with improper pronunciation, he will achieve relief from material bondage if he chants without offense. Ajamil, for example, was extremely sinful, but while dying, he merely chanted the holy name. And although calling his son, he achieved complete liberation because he remembered the name of Narayan. Purport. In the assembly of Raghunath Das Goswami's father, Haridas Thakur confirmed that simply by chanting the holy name of the Lord, one is liberated, even if he does not chant completely inoffensively. Smarta Brahmanas and Mayavadis do not believe that one can achieve liberation in this way. But the truth of Haridas Thakur's statement is supported by many quotations from the Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Jnanati Vinandasya Ganam Jana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. So this is just the first part of the purport, just so I don't, being Kali Yuga, so I don't forget this point. No. So Haridas Thakur was invited by Balaram Acharya to come to the assembly of Govardhan and his family, and all these Brahmins were assembled. And Haridas, just by hearing about the glories of Haridas Thakur, everyone glorified him as if they had 5 mouths. And then some of the Brahmins said, yes, this chanting of the holy name will relieve one from all sinful activities. And another Brahmin said, yes, not only that, they will give liberation. But Haridas said, that's not the real final result or purpose or goal of chanting the holy name. The goal is to achieve pure love for Krishna. And then he gave some examples, which Srila Prabhupada refers to here, that just like the ocean of ignorance that covers the living entities, that ocean can immediately be crossed over by the inoffensive chanting of the holy name. But even when there's a glimpse of daylight, all the ghosts, all evil personalities, thieves, and all kinds of unsavory persons, they disappear, they go away. And then he said, so liberation is not such a big thing. Even devotees don't aspire for liberation. They accept it if the Lord wants it. Otherwise, they simply want to please Krishna. And then one Smarta Brahmin, Gopal Chakravarti, he objected. And he said, yogis and jnanis go lifetime after lifetime of performing austerities and penances. But just to get liberation, and you're saying it's so cheap? No. And Haridas responded by one verse from Hari Bhakta Shuddhodaya, that Tvat Sakshad Karanala Dha, that, O my Lord, Jagat Guru, that now that I've entered into this ocean of transcendental bliss by serving you, by glorifying you, Vishuddhabdi Stitasya Me, I'm situated in perfect transcendence. So blissful that the sukhani goshpadayanti, that the pleasure, material pleasure, and even the pleasure of Brahman or Brahmananda is as insignificant as the water crossing over the water in a calf's hoof print. And so then Gopal Chakravarti, because it's very typical that Mayavadis, atheists, they cannot accept the holy name. There's one quote, one of these verses, and I think it's in I can't remember if it's this chapter or the previous chapter, which is from the Padma Purana, in the whole section where it speaks about the offenses against the holy name. It says that one can chant, Rupa Goswami also repeats it in his Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, that one can chant with proper pronunciation, without proper pronunciation, with attention, without attention, or he gives so many things. And he says, and the holy name will take effect. But if one chants the holy name for pious activities, for wealth, fame, distinction, or without faith in the holy name of the Lord, without faith in the Lord, then the holy name will take a very long time. And as Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami said, you can chant for hundreds of years, but if you don't learn to chant without offenses, then the holy name will take a long time, maybe many, many births, maybe hundreds of births. That's chanting. What to speak of not chanting. So anyway, now Srila Prabhupada gives some quotes. He said there are many quotes which support the statement of Haridas Thakur, and here are some of the quotes. And I want to emphasize two of them, one from the Bhagavatam, other from Padma Purana. Sayam, in his commentary on this verse, for example, Sridhar Swami gives the following quotation: Sayam patir grinan bhaktya dukkha gramyad vimuchyate. If one always chants the holy name of the Lord with great devotion, in the evening and in the morning, one can become free from all material miseries. Another quotation confirms that one can achieve liberation if one hears the holy name of the Lord constantly, every day with great respect. Anudinamidam adarina shinban. So in those two verses, the emphasis is chanting day and night continually, adarina, and with great attention. Another quotation says, and this is a very beautiful quotation from Bhagavatam, Shravanam kirtanam dhyanam harir adbhuta karmana janma karma gunanam cha tadarte kilam chastitam. One should always chant and hear about the extraordinary, wonderful activities of the Lord. One should meditate upon these activities, and one should endeavor to please the Lord. This is from Bhagavatam 11.3.27. So in this particular verse, three things are emphasized. I just wanted to speak about two of these quotes that Srila Prabhupada gives here. In this one, he says, first thing, one should always, not sometimes, always, and this is emphasized in all these verses, one should always chant and hear about the extraordinary, wonderful activities, first thing. Second thing, one should meditate on these activities. And third thing, tadarte akilam chastitam, that one should always endeavor to please the Lord. This is, of course, what Rupa Goswami emphasized, that favorable devotional service means you want to please the Lord. It's not done for one's personal benefit or for one's personal pleasure, because Krishna, Rama, is the source of all pleasure, and therefore, if we please him, we will automatically be pleased. And if we're not pleased by devotional service, then we may not be pleasing Shri Guru, Shri Vaishnava, or the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If you don't please the spiritual master and you don't please the Vaishnavas, then how can you please Krishna? Krishna says in the 5th canto that I eat through the mouths of the Brahmins. Everything I do comes through the Brahmins. Of course, that means Vaishnava Brahmins. But in any case, such an important instruction. Always chant and always chant and hear about the Lord. Always meditate on the Lord and endeavor to please the Lord. Sridhar Swami also quotes from the Puranas, Papakshayas cha bhavanti smaratam tara aharnisham. One can become free from all sinful reactions simply by remembering the lotus feet of the Lord day and night, aharnisham. Furthermore, he quotes from the Bhagavatam 6.3.31, Tasmat sankirtanam Vishnu jagan mangalam amhasam mahatam api korabhya vidyaikantik niskritam. All these quotations prove that one who constantly engages in chanting and hearing the holy activities, name, fame, and form of the Lord is liberated. As stated wonderfully in this verse, etavatalam aga nirharanaya pumsam. Simply by uttering the name of the Lord, one is freed from all sinful reactions. Now one may wonder, Srila Prabhupada points out in another purport, one may say, well, Ajamil, he was so sinful. So how could he have achieved? Because in previous verses, it says that Ajamil achieved freedom from all sinful activities because he was always chanting. Narayan was his favorite son. No. So he was always chanting the name of Narayan. But at the same time, he was performing so many sinful activities. So how, Prabhupada, he states the rhetorical question which he answers. How is it that he could be freed from sinful activities even while he was committing sinful activity? And so the answer is that, which is given by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, that, and Prabhupada quotes it, that he wasn't conscious of, he was never thinking that his chanting of that name would in any way relieve him from sinful activities. He never considered that, and especially at the time of death, he simply cried out in a helpless condition. And this is what the Lord requires. In the introduction to the teachings of Kapila Dev, Srila Prabhupada says that the Lord personally intervenes in the life of a devotee when the devotee cries out to the Lord, in utter helplessness, like a child crying for the mother. A child, a 2-month-old child, what recourse do they have? They can't think, well, if mother doesn't come, I'll, call 911. Or, they just think that, this is it. This is everything. So when we're chanting like that, in utter helplessness, which of course Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu defined for us, because utter helplessness may be, differently interpreted. So Lord Chaitanya mercifully told us, what does that mean? That is helplessness. When one is so humble that one understands that actually I am a servant of everyone. When one is so tolerant that one understands that whatever is happening to me, I'm the cause. I'm the ultimate cause. Now there may be intermediate justice. That's the duty of the Kshatriyas. Even though Kshatriyas cannot think like Brahmins. Well, he did something sinful, so, that's okay. He killed somebody else, but that person probably killed him, so I'll just chant my mantras. No. A Brahmin may think like that. No. But of course, even Brahmins are responsible for justice to a certain degree. But a Kshatriya, but a devotee in his heart, he thinks that I have to tolerate because I'm the cause. And then amanina, not desiring any recognition, and manadena, but wanting to recognize everyone. This is the most difficult thing, to see the qualities, the wonderful qualities in the Vaishnavas. Even some people couldn't see it in Prabhupada, although we could all see it. That's why we're here. But some people couldn't see it. What to speak of seeing it in somebody who's just coming to Krishna consciousness, someone who's struggling in Krishna consciousness. But that's the challenge. That's what manadena means. It means to look for those wonderful qualities. Mahatma Prabhu, one time we were doing a retreat on tolerance and chanting the holy name. And so he had an exercise. He said, now everyone think about someone, just think about some devotee and all the faults they may have. Everybody started writing very rapidly. And then he said, now think about all their good qualities. No, it was a little more difficult. No. So the chanting of the holy name, we have to do it in that mood, looking for those wonderful qualities. If you can't think of anything else, as Rupa Goswami says, at least in the mind, you should see this person is chanting the holy name. No. If it's good enough for a jamyo, no, it should work for us. No. Of course, we should not be on the jamyo program. No. Let me have 20 sons, all with different names of Vishnu, and then, I'll remember one of them at the time of death. Prabhupada said, don't wait until the last 3 years. No. He didn't say 7 days. We're not quite as qualified as Parikshit Maharaj. So he said, don't wait till the last 3 years. No. Otherwise, do it in the first 3 years. So Srila Prabhupada continues. No. The word alam, which is used in this verse, indicates that simply uttering the holy name of the Lord is sufficient. The word is used with different imports, as stated in the Amarakosha, the most authorized dictionary of the Sanskrit language. Alam bhushana paryapti shakti varana vachakam. The word alam is used to mean ornament, sufficiency, power, and restraint. Here the word alam is used to indicate that there is no need for any other process, for the chanting of the holy name of the Lord is sufficient. Even if one chants imperfectly, one becomes free from all sinful reactions. Now, this was stated in a previous verse, famous verse. No. Tan nama grahana divi. No. That the holy name is sufficient. No. But of course, as stated in previous verses, if you're actually chanting the holy name properly, then you will remember. The holy name is the seed by which the forms, the qualities, and the pastimes of the Lord manifest. And if we're chanting properly, we'll automatically want to remember these things. Automatically, they will be attractive. And on the other hand, as Srila Prabhupada begins in his purport, if we're chanting, if we're hearing properly, this will enhance our chanting. So these two, Shravanam, Kirtanam, they go together and they create Smarana. First we have to hear about the glories of the holy name. Why is it so wonderful? Just like in the Skanda Purana, it says, to encourage us, Madhura Madhura Me Tam Mangalam Mangalanam. That the holy name is the sweetest of all sweet things and the most auspicious of all. This is encouraging, most auspicious. Because someone may not have faith. So therefore, this is described. And also, Sakala Nigama Bali Satpalam Chit Swarupam. And it is the highest fruit of all the Vedas, all the Vedic understandings. And it is totally spiritual. And Sakridapi Parigitam, even if you chant it one time, Shadaya Helaya Va, with great faith or even with negligence, it will have its effect. Of course, if you do it with negligence, the effect will be slower and impeded by offenses. So, but he confirms that Bhigavara Naramatram Tarayat Krishna Nama. The only way to cross over the ocean of material existence is chanting of the holy name. So therefore, it is sufficient, and it can relieve us of all sinful activities. The power of chanting the holy name was proved by the liberation of Ajamil. When Ajamil chanted the holy name of Narayan, he did not precisely remember the Supreme Lord. Instead, he remembered his own son. At the time of death, Ajamil certainly was not very clean. Indeed, he was famous as a great sinner. Furthermore, one's physiological condition is completely disturbed at the time of death. And in such an awkward condition, it would certainly have been very difficult for Ajamil to have chanted clearly. Nevertheless, Ajamil achieved liberation simply by chanting the holy name of the Lord. Therefore, what is to be said of those who are not sinful like Ajamil? It is to be concluded that with a strong vow one should chant the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. For thus one will certainly be delivered from the clutches of Maya by the grace of Krishna. So one may question, I'm not sinful like a Jamil. No. I'm get up every morning, go to Mangal Artik, chant the holy name, maybe personal Mangal Artik. No? Like, there's the deities, Hare Krishna, and I have to go to work. But it should be a little better than that. But even if, we're making an effort, we're following the 4 regulated principles, why is it that I have such a difficulty in feeling the attraction for the holy name? Well, sometimes I refer to what Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, yo yam yam tanum bhakta shradha chati tasya chalam shraddha. No. Krishna says, he's giving a warning that whatever taste you develop in your life, that will be your deity. If you want to worship the he's speaking about the demigods, but we can extend it beyond the demigods. The demigods are their potencies. No? Money, power, fame, the things that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recommends we be careful to utilize properly and not be attached to. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim. And so we have to be, Krishna says that, because whatever the greatest taste you have in life, that's what you'll be enthusiastic for. So if my taste is, I want to enjoy life this way or that way, even though I may not be committing gross sinful activities, my taste, I'm not focusing on the most important taste that will last and increase unlimitedly. Anandam buddhivardhanam. Increasing constantly. The other tastes, on the other hand, decrease. Any taste that is material, it will decrease. So, to get that taste, and of course, Nityananda Prabhu in his class yesterday, he emphasized. So, we have some material attachments. We have some conditioning. And therefore, find that devotional activity that is most pleasing to you and concentrate on that so that you can develop the taste. But it doesn't mean that by concentrating on that, you neglect anything else, and especially the chanting of the holy name. But there's something that appeals to us. Deity worship, cleaning the temple, Sankirtan, preaching, speaking to people, inviting people, distributing prasadam. Some activity that is recommended, that is directly related to the 3 main activities that we have in the service of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which is giving the holy name, giving the Krishna consciousness in the form of books, and giving prasadam. These are our 3 main angas. And we do something in relation to these 3 angas that's very pleasing, but we have to continue. It doesn't mean that we de-emphasize anything that Srila Prabhupada emphasized, or that is emphasized in the Bhagavatam, that is essential for chanting the holy name. So, the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra is recommended even for persons who commit offenses, because if they continue chanting, they will gradually chant offenselessly. By chanting the Hare Krishna mantra without offenses, one increases his love for Krishna. As stated by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Prema Pumarto Mahan, one's main concern should be to increase one's attachment to the Supreme Personality of Godhead and to increase one's love for Him. In this regard, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur quotes the following verse from the Srimad Bhagavatam. Evam dharmaya manushyanam udavat mani bedinam mai sangjayate bhakti konyo ritto Swasya Vishyate. My dear Uddhava, the supreme religious system for human society is that by which one can awaken his dormant love for me. Commenting on this verse, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur describes the word bhakti by saying, Premaivokta, ka anya artha asya. In the presence of bhakti, what is the necessity of liberation? And here's the verse that I wanted to emphasize, the end of the purport. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur also quotes this verse from the Padma Purana, which Srila Prabhupada quotes many times. Nama parada yuktanam naman yeva harantyakam avishranti prayuktani tanyevata karani cha. So, even if in the beginning one chants the Hare Krishna mantra with offenses, one will become free of such offenses by chanting again and again. Papushayascha bhavati smaratam tadahar nisham. One becomes free from all sinful reactions if one chants day and night, following the recommendation of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It was Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who quoted the following verse. Harinama, Harinama, Harinameva Kevalam, Kalo Nashteva, Nashteva, Nashteva Gatiranyata. In this age of quarrel and hypocrisy, the only means of deliverance is chanting the holy name of the Lord. There is no other way. There is no other way. There is no other way. If the members of the Krishna consciousness movement strictly follow this recommendation of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, their position will always be very secure. So Srila Prabhupada, in his introduction to the songbook, said that the safest place in the three worlds is in Krishna bhajan, chanting the holy name of Krishna. Safest place. So the safest place is not a physical place, not by locking our doors with 3 locks on the door, or by having insurance policy, or by, no. The safest place, because there's no safe place in the material world. No safe place. But the safest place is in the Sankirtan movement. And so part of the Sankirtan movement, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said to Nityananda and Haridas Thakur, Shunu Shunu Nityananda Shunu Haridas Sarvatra Amara Gya Koroho Prakash. That, my dear Nityananda and Haridas, please hear this carefully. No. Please take my order and spread it everywhere. So what was that order? No. The order was Atta Eva Ami Agya Dilun Sabakari Jahan Tahan Premapala Deha Tari Tari. That Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I cannot distribute these fruits of love of Godhead everywhere, to everyone. Of course he could, but he wanted to give credit to his devotees, because the Lord always wants to give credit to his devotees. So therefore, he said, I order everyone in the universe, that includes us. No. Of course, one may think that my consciousness is fixed on Krishna, so I'm outside the universe. But still, because your physical body is in the universe, no. We have to follow the order of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And that is that we have to distribute these fruits of love of God. And what are they? The Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Srila Prabhupada's books. There are many different types, just like we have mangoes and bananas and all kinds. So there are many different types of fruits of love of Godhead. And the Lord is ordering us, that we should distribute this. Patti Ghari Ghari Gya, Koroi Bhiksha. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, go door to door. Jehovah's Witnesses, they go door to door. And what is their philosophy? But they go door to door. Everybody goes door to door. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, go to door, and you should beg, but not for rice, not for money, not for anything else. Beg them, Bolo Krishna, Bhaja Krishna, Koro Krishna Shiksha. That chant the holy name, hear about Krishna, and take to your heart Krishna's instructions. And then, Bolo Krishna, Bhajo Krishna, Loho Krishna Nam. Take this holy name, chant it, and repeat it again and again. Krishna Mata, Krishna Pita, Krishna Dhanapran. Because Krishna is everything for you. Your mother, your father, your greatest treasure. Everything for the devotee. Therefore, take these things. This is the fruit of love of Godhead. Take it. Of course, first we have to take it ourselves before we can distribute it. But this is the begging of a devotee. A devotee's duty is to beg everyone to chant the holy name. Just like Srila Prabhupada mentions in one purport, in the cleansing of the Gundicha temple, where he's quoting from Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And he explains that Jiva Himsa, one of the 6 weeds that can grow in the heart, means that if you have the opportunity to give Krishna or Krishna's name or understanding about Krishna to someone and you don't do it, this is the greatest violence. It's greater violence than, physical violence. Because, some physical violence, it happens and it's over. But if someone comes in contact with us and we have the opportunity to give them prasadam, give them the holy name, give them a book, and we don't do it, then Krishna brought that person to us and we neglected them. Krishna gave us the opportunity to be his instrument and we neglected it. So this is such an important thing. This is the essence of the Sankirtan movement. And what we're doing here in this Kirtan Mela, this Kirtan 50, well now it's 50, 53, 54, anyway. What we're doing is what Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did for his devotees. They all come together, they chant the holy name, they become absorbed in the holy name. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did this behind closed doors. So we also have closed doors, although we're not restricting anyone. But what is the purpose of this? So that as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's intimate associates did, then we go out and give that holy name to everyone. We become surcharged. Not that we're running on empty and we come to the Kirtan Mela to try to, keep going. That we can also do. But better to run on a full tank, become ecstatic by the chanting of the holy name, and then be able to give it to everyone. Because Srila Prabhupada says in another purport, in this section of the Bhagavatam, that the purpose of this Krishna consciousness movement is to give the holy name to everyone. That is the purpose. In Antya Lila, Srila Prabhupada makes the statement that the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is to give the holy name to everyone. His internal purpose was different. His internal purpose was to taste the nectar that Srimati Radharani experiences in her love for Krishna, the sweetness she tastes from it, and the happiness she gets from that sweetness. But the external purpose, because we're not quite on that platform of tasting the prema of Srimati Radharani, maybe another 2 weeks or so. But in the meantime, we should be concentrated on that. Whatever we're doing, there's always a way to give the holy name. There's always a way. Even if one is working, just like when I was working, I was in the army, and the way I figured out how to try to give the holy name to people was I just tried to be happy, even though everybody else was miserable. And then they all said, "Why are you happy? This is miserable." And I say, "Because I'm chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama." And they would listen. Some of them chanted. 3 of them became devotees. And so, even whatever circumstance we're in, just like Arjuna heard the Bhagavad Gita on the battlefield, So I heard the Bhagavad Gita in the army, and someone else may hear the Bhagavad Gita in some other way. But whatever the circumstance is, there's always a way. If you want to do it, if you want to please Krishna, who has come in the form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we have to give this holy name. So sometimes, just to conclude, because we have the Kirtan starting up. So in the beginning, we chant the holy name with difficulty, especially at japa. Kirtan is very wonderful because it has that potency. You get the potency from everyone else. Even if you're lamenting, or you're thinking about something else, if you're really determined to be in Maya, you can even be Maya in the most ecstatic Kirtan. But if you just participate, we get such Shakti. But we should understand that I'm having some success when I feel the same transcendental bliss when I'm chanting japa. And really, to chant Kirtan, you have to experience the bliss of japa. Otherwise, your chanting will be a performance. Of course, here in the Bhagavatam, in previous verses, it says, even if one is chanting out of tradition, for a musical presentation, for I can't remember the 4 things, and then still it will have some effect. But if we want to chant the Mahamantra for the pleasure of the devotees, then we have to feel the pleasure of chanting the holy name at every moment. When there's no difference, there's really no difference in what I'm feeling in chanting japa and kirtan, then we can know I'm having some success. And of course, the greatest success was given by Rupa Goswami. Na jani janita kiad bir amritaya krishnete jahari. That when we chant these 2 syllables Krishna, we cannot fathom how much nectar there is. Just like for most of us, we have some difficulty in chanting the holy name in japa because we don't have enough attraction. And also the topmost Mahabhagavats, they have difficulty in chanting the holy name because there's so much nectar that they go into ecstasy. No. But better to have that difficulty than most of our difficulty, which is our mind is just wandering so many different places. Our mind is thinking, well, the next hour and a half I'm going to be sitting here, so what will I think about? I'm stuck here, especially if you're chanting in the temple. I'm stuck here for the next hour and a half, so what can I think about? But that's our tendency, and therefore, as Krishna says, and Srila Prabhupada emphasizes again and again through this purport, Satatam Kirtayanto Mam, that we always have to chant the holy name, and Yatantascha Dridha Vrtaha. And it will require determination. It requires determination. It doesn't just happen automatically. We have to be determined. And if we have that determination, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Kirtaniya Sadahari. Krishna said, Satatam Kirtayanto Mam. Srila Prabhupada is saying here again and again, quoting different references, that the purpose is. And as the verse coming from Padma Purana says, Avishanti Prayuktani. That Prayuktani means always together. It means you always have to be, you cannot separate yourself, Avishanti, from this great vow, from this great determination. As quoted by many different great Vaishnavas in their purports, and what Ishwara Puri said to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, quoting from the Bhagavatam, that evam vrata priya nama. We have to make the holy name the most dear thing to our heart. And that requires concentration, determination, hearing the Bhagavatam, becoming convinced that this holy name is the solution to everything. And then our chanting will become successful. So these are some thoughts I had on this verse and on the... I wanted to let Srila Prabhupada do most of the speaking, that then I'm not so qualified, so tried to say a little something, so I'll stop here. Any questions, any comments? Yes?
In the Prabhupada's purport, specifically utter the name of the Lord, one is freed from all sinful actions. Is that referring to without offenses?
Yeah, chanting once always refers to without offense. No. If you chant once without offense, just like Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, just like Lay's potato chips, he says, I bet you can't just eat one. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, if you chant the holy name once without offenses, you can't stop. So that's what we have to try to do. The story of Ajamil is showing us that it doesn't matter how difficult life is, if you just try to chant without offenses. And of course, Srila Prabhupada explains in another place about this verse, Nama Parada Yuktanam. He says, what this means is that one should continually chant, trying to chant without offenses. Otherwise, why do we repeat the 10 offenses in the morning? It's not just a ritual to take up a few minutes so that we can somehow or another get through this difficult period when I'm feeling tired. It's meant that we meditate. We constantly meditate. When we chant, we meditate. I don't want to commit these offenses. And for most devotees, the two most difficult offenses to avoid are chanting inattentively and not cultivating any material desires. Srila Prabhupada said that, we already have enough material desires when we come to Krishna consciousness. Even if you're born in Krishna consciousness. No. If you're born in this world, unless you're Prabhupada or Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, you're born because you have to overcome some obstacles. Even though you were performing devotional service. Someone who was born in this Krishna consciousness movement, it means that they were seriously performing Krishna consciousness. And there was some obstacle. So, whatever our situation may be, that obstacle will create material desires. This body automatically, eating, sleeping, mating, defending, it automatically happens when we have a material body. Even pure devotees have to go through that just to show us how to traverse the difficulty of having a material body. So that's very difficult. But that's something we have to work on. We have to transform, as Narottam Das Thakur says, we have to transform our desires, Krishna Karmarpanam. We have to see how I can, whatever I desire, how can I do it in such a way that I can offer it to Krishna? And that's our challenge. And by doing that, it's mentioned by Bhaktivinoda Thakur that by doing that, even though we're chanting, we're not on the offenseless chanting stage because we're trying not to commit offenses. Krishna recognizes that effort and that becomes offenseless chanting. So, but if you can do it one time, then you'll clear away so much background noise coming from the mind and the senses.
And what happens on the streets? We get people to chant the Mahamantra sometimes. What happens when they do the chanting?
Well, they may not chant offenselessly, no. But it's so powerful. I mean, we've all seen it. People, just by being in one Kirtan or one Harinam, they just become, they take a book, they ask about it, they become transformed. And a devotee has so much faith in the holy name that we don't expect that transformation to take place immediately. It's not that if we go out and distribute some books or we go out on Harinam and we see that people go like this or, that we think, oh, it's not working. No. Or we, even worse, we chant and we don't feel the ecstasy, we think it's not working on me. I'm not working. That's what's happening. The holy name's working, but I'm not working. I'm not cooperating. No. So if you don't cooperate with the holy name, you don't cooperate with the Sankirtan movement, or if you go on Harinam Sankirtan or distribute books or whatever, but you don't offer the holy name from your heart, no, you do it as, something I have to do or some ritual or something, then it won't have the same effect. No. So if we want to see people get the benefit, then we have to cultivate that benefit within our hearts. Not in a selfish way, no, but in a way of, this is how I can give the holy name. I can give the holy name if I have it. You can't give something you don't have. And if you give something, just like if I sell brushes or whatever, and I sell a whole lot of them, then the person who produces them will provide me with more. So if I'm very anxious and desirous to give the holy name, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will give us more nectar, so that we can give the holy name in a better way. So it all depends on that determination. Hare Krishna. Yes.
In the first paragraph of the purport, it said, Arjuna will confirm that simply by chanting the holy name, one is liberated, even if he does not chant completely inoffensively. So even if someone is committing offense and chanting, is liberated. So what kind of liberation?
Well, it's just like it says that if you pull the Rath Yatra cart, you're liberated. But it doesn't say when. No. Unless you're liberated, it means you're on the path of bhakti. You're getting Lord Jagannath's mercy. No. If you're doing it unconsciously, liberation will come. No. But you have to, you have to follow the rest of the process. No. Not just, okay, I pulled on Jagannath's cart now. No, I'll just go and enjoy life and then I'll be liberated. No. Because it may not happen in this lifetime if you don't make the effort. And then it can happen in 1 second, no, if you chant offenselessly. Anyone else? Okay, thank you all very much. And all glory to Shri Guru, Shri Gauranga Srila Prabhupada ki, Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki, Nitai Gaur Premanandi, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai.
Guru Prasad Swami, the spiritual master, who received the mercy of his spiritual master, his divine grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami.
I wanted to mention something.
Okay.
Since you're a very good organizer for the pleasure of the devotees. So some of the devotees from Mexico, they wanted to offer tomorrow some tamales.
Beautiful.
And so since you're a disciple of Tamal Krishna.
Okay.
No, but
So they will bring
so
the
I just
house-
wanted to know who's going to be there.
What time you're having it? 2, you think?
Well-
Or what time would you like?
I think the flower, Pushpanjali starts at noon.
Right, starts in the RT.
So it'll be over about 1:30. So I think it'll be right, after
Right
that.
after 2. Okay, so how am I going to cook? I think what I'll do is I'll cook in the morning for you, your regular, before I come. Would that be okay?
Yeah.
So I can
And then I'll just tell the devotees.
tell them to come out.
They said they want to make 3 things.
Okay.
They're not going to come and take, they're just going to give it. But I wouldn't want to take something that everybody else couldn't have. So they want to know how many,
Well, it would just be
at least 1 tamal per person.
right. By the house.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I can be here. I said he was leaving around 2 to go to Austin. Somebody is driving from here. But I'll come down.
Okay.
So it'll be my husband, myself, Marty Ness, she's his sister-in-law.
Right.
She'll be
I got a full.
You got the
full-
scoop.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I have this question about this verse.
Let's go so I don't interfere with the kirtan.
Okay, I'll ask you. Maybe I'll ask you in the house.
Oh, we can go out here. Just I don't want to
Yeah.
interfere.
Jai Prabhupada.
Could you help me lift the mic up because I have to sit on the chair? Are there some cartels here? And is there a drum? Somebody can play drum? Could somebody help me with the mic?
Rama Rama, Hari Hari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Radha Kala Chandri, Radha Kala Chandri. Radha Kala Chandri, Radhe Radhe. Radha Kala Chandri, Radhe Radhe. Radhe Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Just keep chanting Hare Krishna. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sati Gora Bhakta Vrinda Hare Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,